Hello, welcome back. Welcome to another vlog. I am back home now. I actually did intro this vlog the other day. However, for some reason the audio exported and not the video, so I do not have that footage. But as you saw, I have an iced tea. I also do have some leftover birthday cake. I swear, red velvet cake is literally my favourite cake ever. I know what it tastes like, but let's do a taste test. Okay, so as I said, I did start this vlog the other day, and the reason why I started it the other day was because I was gonna set the intention the day before that I was gonna go to the cinema on Friday. I've been wanting to watch Challengers for absolute weeks, and the promo for that film was absolutely incredible because I was instantly desperate to see it in cinema, and that does not happen a lot for films. I do want to start going more to the cinema, and I did actually go yesterday by myself to go see Challengers. It's Friday, I'm gonna go watch Challengers by myself. Really holding myself accountable to go and see it by myself. The cinema looks pretty empty online at the moment, so I can't wait to watch it. I've heard so much about it and I've avoided spoilers, so yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a really nice little solo date, getting myself out of my comfort zone, and hopefully it's a good film. I feel like that was so stressful, but I'm here and I'm going to enjoy the film. Oh my goodness, I cannot stop thinking about that film. It is seriously contending to be in my Letterboxd top 4. The only reason it's not is because I've literally only seen it once, so I feel like that first watch, rose tinted glasses in a sense, but not really. I don't really know how to describe what I mean, but that first watch is still fresh in my brain, and I feel like I need to give it a little bit of time, see how it progresses in my brain, see how I think on the rewatch, because obviously I know Zendaya said that it's you notice stuff that you didn't on the second watch in regards to the triangle. Okay, so I didn't really clarify what I meant here. I meant the interview where Zendaya says that Tashi is not the worst one on the second watch.
Have you seen it again?
I only seen it once.
Well,
so keep it that way.
Once you come back, you let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
And I actually think she says that Art is the worst one of the three, which so far I don't agree with. I have only watched it once, so maybe on the rewatch I will see things a little bit differently, but I don't think that Art was the worst one. And I will say it in a minute, but I don't think the teams were that distinct. I don't think there was that much of a rooting for certain people, but I don't think Art was the worst one. I don't really think he was in the wrong in this movie. Let me know what you think. I cannot stop thinking about that film. I feel like it was one of them films that you feel like you've only just sat down and then the film is over. I could have watched another 2 hours of that film. I'm so glad I went to see it in the cinema. I feel like I need to start doing that more now that I'm not at uni. I feel like I was so busy this past year that I just haven't made time to go and do stuff that I want to do, and I definitely want to incorporate solo cinema dates into my life. I actually loved it so much. I thought it was going to make me more anxious than it did, and the only thing that actually made me anxious was getting the bus to the cinema, because I have not gotten the bus since college and I am much more of a train person than a bus person, but I went to my local cinema, so I had to get the bus. So yeah, the journey is what made me a little bit anxious. I think I did say it in a clip yesterday. But then once I got to the cinema, I was absolutely thriving. I picked what I think is the best seat in the entire cinema. back row in the middle, slap bang in the middle, perfect view of the screen, and I was thriving. I had a table on my left, I had a cup holder on my right. Oh my god. I haven't even properly collected my thoughts yet on this film. I feel like I'm still I feel like I've just watched it like 2 hours ago still. Oh my god, that is all I can keep saying, and that it's incredible, because it is. And I feel like if you haven't already and it's still in cinema by the time I'm posting this, book yourself a ticket to go and see it in cinema so that you can say you watched Challengers in the cinema. Movie of the year, I want to say. I know that is a bold claim considering I have not watched that many movies this year. I loved how much of the movie revolved around the triangle, as in like in other elements of the film you could see the free effect come into play. The pacing was perfect. I feel like it built up to like the point where you're at the edge of your seat and then literally just denied you any of that satisfaction and moved to a different point in time, which I was obsessed with. And don't get me wrong, it did get to a point where I started thinking they're building this up and they're gonna cut away. But I actually really loved that. I feel like it made you wait until the very end of the film to get like that whole satisfaction, and oh my god, I was obsessed. I feel like if a film can make me feel like I've only been sat there for 10 minutes and keep my attention that much, then it is doing something right. And I'm going to make a comparison to Poor Things here, because I feel like that movie was a similar length, but that made me feel like I was watching it for an eternity. I wasn't wholly convinced on Poor Things. I did watch it last night, which is why I'm bringing it as a point of comparison. But I feel like they were very similar length movies, and I feel like I was watching them for a completely different amount of time. I was gagged at the parallel of the tennis serve. I'm not going to say much more than that because I feel like that is potentially spoiling the whole plot, but oh my god, if you know, you know, and I was sat like this in the cinema. I did actually think that the conflict was more subtle than I thought it was going to be, because social media reaction made it out like Tashi was so in the wrong and like there was much firmer teams to be on, but I feel like it wasn't that much like that. Even though it's a love triangle, I don't feel like I was rooting for one specific person. I feel like it goes without saying that that film was a 5-star film. And as I said, it is literally going to be contending for a place in my Letterboxd top 4. But I need to give it more time before I do that. It is now Tuesday. I've pretty much just spent the bank holiday weekend editing and reading, and I didn't really feel like it was worth filming. I do want to start documenting more like mundane stuff, but I just didn't really feel like doing that this weekend. The other day I picked up Just for Summer by Abby Jimenez, and I started reading it on Friday actually and got through it yesterday. I think this is another 5-star read. I feel like I got through it so quickly. I loved like the mix of natural and rom-com. I do feel like it took me a little bit to get into it, but once I was into it, I literally just could not put it down. I think I was halfway through when I picked it up yesterday, and then I finished the entire thing yesterday. So basically it is about Justin, who is from Minnesota, and Emma, who is a doctor who travels around between states like every 6 months or so, and they both have this curse where when they are broken up with, the person that breaks up with them then goes on to find their soulmate, and the book basically navigates them trying to break this curse with each other and going on dates and stuff and trying to figure out if they like each other or not. Honestly, I absolutely loved this read. I actually think it was better than both of the Emily Henry books. I know I have done this a bit backwards by reading the third book in the series first, I think they're like standalone books that are also part of a series. Yeah, I think I want to definitely go back and read some of her other books. I know that the Happily Ever After playlist book has been in my want to read for a good while, so maybe I'll get around to reading that series. I'm not sure. I feel like I've got so many books to read at the moment that I'm just gonna get through the ones I have and then see which ones I liked and which ones I want to read more of the author's work. Okay, and then I also did pick up one of the books I took on holiday. So I brought Cleopatra and Frankenstein and then never got around to reading it because I literally read 2 books on holiday when I took about 7. This has been on my radar probably since it's been released because it was kind of dubbed as like the next Normal People, or like if you enjoyed Normal People you'll probably enjoy this book. It's set in New York. Cleo and Frank meet on New Year's Eve, and then I actually have no clue what's going to happen beyond that. It's set in New York, which I absolutely love. I've never been, but I'm recognising half of the places through like Kelly and Ashley's vlogs and their friends' vlogs. I am only a chapter in, so I'm not 100% sure what the plot's going to revolve around. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to continuing reading this. I feel like at the moment I've just been picking up books in the morning, reading for like an hour, and then reading before I go to bed as well, which actually is such a good habit that I want to get myself into more. I didn't actually do that this morning though. I got up really late because I am still feeling the effects of jet lag. Somehow I keep getting it back on track and then like having one late night and then it completely going again. So that is something I'm also going to have to sort out over the next few days. But yeah, I actually do need to get on with some editing work today. I have a vlog to finish, a main channel video to finish, and then some shorts and another main channel to start. And then I also want to export my video. I've been doing that for the last few weeks, honestly. It's taken me such a long time to edit and I'm so annoyed at myself for it because I haven't uploaded in literally like 3 or 4 weeks, I want to say. So yeah, I'm gonna get on with some editing work today, and then I'm also gonna order myself some bao. I have not had bao for literally like a year. I'm really fancying it. I've been fancying it for the last few weeks and I have no food in to make, so I'm gonna get myself some bao and do some editing work, and that is pretty much my day. Food is here. I also got myself an iced tea, of course. I swear the glass and the ice changes what it tastes like. It smells incredible. That is my word at the moment. I just keep calling everything incredible. So I'm gonna watch this, take a little bit of a break and watch some YouTube as well, and then get back on with editing for the rest of the day. I'm gonna go enjoy my bao and I will catch up with you guys in a bit. Okay, it's now Wednesday. Me and my sister are about to go into Manchester for a little sister day out, and she has been going on about TGI's since I went on holiday, so we're going to go for a TGI's and we're also going to go for a blank street, have a bit of a walk round. Honestly, I feel like I vlog these days all the time, but they are very few and far between. It's just coincidence that whenever we do them I happen to also be vlogging, so we're going to go do that today. I'm really excited and hopefully it's a slay little day.